Hey, Sammy for the Stamina for Sale YouTube channel, and I'm here with the chosen one himself, BILAL Ali. How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. And I'm here with Big Ads Ade. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing, Sammy boy?
I'm good, right? Yeah. Well, it's been like 2 months since your debut fight. How did you feel it went? From looking back at the fight, looking at the highlights and the whole fight.
Yeah, I was happy with it, but we're always, just looking forward, since that day we've just been working like we always do, but now, we're just improving day by day, and I can't wait for the next one.
And obviously it's just about getting experience at this point. And how did you feel, how do you assess his performance from then?
Well, what a lot of people didn't know is that Bilal only had 12 days preparation for his first debut fight. Majority of fighters have 6 to 8 weeks. Bilal had 12 days. Tunde got that fight the day he came back from LA. When we went out there, and on the plane back, he called Bilal and said, "Are you ready?" Bilal said, "Yeah." He said, "The fight's on the 15th." And just in that time alone, those 12 days, the hard work that he put in was astronomical. I was extremely proud of him. I was extremely proud of how he handled himself, to know that he had to get into weight, get into shape, get his mind ready for something that's never going to happen again. You're never ever going to have your debut again. It's a once in a lifetime affair. So for him to take it on like that, go out and put on a performance that you might not see pros doing 6, 7, 8 fights. His control, his technique, his balance, his speed. I was extremely impressed. I was very happy for the support that came out for him. And now he's in the professional ranks as a professional boxer, So it's good.
And obviously it's much more different in the professional ranks, like the lights and all the people watching. So how did you feel and how did you cope with that?
Well, I'm with such a, great team. Mentally, I was always there anyway. Even before getting in the ring, I've seen it so many times with Anthony, and the advice that I'd be given by Ade, Tunde, the whole team. It just felt like I was there before. I'm always training every day anyway, so regardless of the lights, the cameras, whatever, when I'm in the ring, I'm very comfortable, and I felt at home.
Going back a bit, how did you two link up in the first place? I'll start with you, Ade.
That's a story in itself. So obviously, Bilal obviously was at the gym probably from when he was about 12 years old, and then obviously must have went on a disappearing list, and then re-emerged when he was about 18. During this time, I myself was just doing training with Tunde, and after a certain time, captain said, "Look, I think you've got the ability in you to become a trainer." I started helping out with Anthony for his first fight, and ongoing. And as Bilal was coming back in and kept training and, kept showing up, he basically said, "I want you to work with Bilal. I want you and Bilal to basically come on as a new generation." And kind of that's how we met up. Bilal had hands of lightning. They were faster than anything, and they would throw 1 million shots a second and 4 of them would land and 2 of them might hurt. So it was a case of 2 young guys, me as a young trainer and Bilal becoming a young fighter, working together, understanding each other, feeling the vibe, the energy and everything, and kind of growing together as one, and then growing in a team of Stamina for Sale. So that's the road that we embarked on, and we are on this journey now. And we're surrounded by fantastic people, or should I say I'm surrounded by fantastic people. Captain, AY, B1, Steve over there, Killer Cam, and we're a unit. We're a very, very strong, tight unit, and we're just progressing and going from day to day.
And from the moment you met Ade, did you think like this was the right person to train me?
Yeah, you know, at that time, Ade used to only come in Saturdays. So I remember I used to always just enjoy working with him. And Ade used to really push us on the body bag. It used to be crazy. I remember it was just very hard. But I always enjoyed doing pads with Ade. And I remember the day Tunde came and said, all right, you know what, you and Ade are going to start working now. So I remember at the start, it was hard. But eventually now, we're connected, and it just feels like we knew each other for pretty much our whole life kind of thing. It's not just in the ring, it's a relationship outside the ring as well, and that's what makes the whole team so strong. But yeah, man, we're just working every day. I enjoy working with Ade, and I'm very grateful to have a team around me that's so motivated and just so dedicated to this. So yeah, man, I'm happy.
You talked about Tunde. Like, there's not many fighters in the Stamina Cell camp. Like, they're very, they're chosen, and you are the chosen one. How does it feel to be, one of the few fighters that have made it into Tunde?
Well, like I said, I'm grateful, man. I remember my cousin. Well, actually, when I first met Tunde, I was around 12, like Ade said, and when I left and came back, my cousin's actually the one that spoke to Tunde and said, you know what, BILAL wants to start again, but he'll come every single day. I remember Tunde said, I heard it all before, but my cousin said, listen, if he comes, he's gonna stay. And I remember my cousin telling him that, and since then, I'm here now, and Tunde used to always just tell me, if you keep coming, the only way is up. There's no going down, and so far, that's what I've been seeing, and that's up.
And for you, Ade, obviously you're there. There's obviously not that many trainers as well under the camp. So how did it feel being chosen as a trainer at the Stamina Cell team?
Sure, I tell you, when Tunde asked me to come on as a trainer, like I told BILAL many times, I was tipped to be heavyweight champion of the world, but I decided it's a bit too easy, all this. Let me try something a bit more difficult, Captain said, do you want to become a trainer? I said, I might as well. You get me? I've got nothing else to do at the moment. I'm pretty free today. No, and he asked me and another guy at that time, and I remember he took us to an office in Canary Wharf, and he gave me and another guy forms as our trainers' forms to fill in, and I was just like, look at that, that's AY right there. Hey, the arms look big though. And he goes, I want you to become trainers. And at that time, I couldn't say I really knew what he wanted. So I said, well, what does that mean? What do you really want from us? And he goes, look, this is that. This is that. Yeah, come round. Violence upon violence. Yeah. Stabbing for sale all day. This is what you get. Trust me.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Lions. Trust me.
I see these on.
Lions. You know it is. So yeah, I mean, this is us. This is us. So he said, let's start off by you filling in the forms, and I did. I filled in the forms, sent them away, and then that was sort of the entrance into becoming a trainer and embarking on my journey that I'm on now with Stamina for Sale. Stamina for Sale is something that's bigger than anyone. It's a company, it's a unit, it's a team. We have an ethos, we have a way of life. We believe in positivity. We believe that anything can happen as long as you're willing to put in the work. And we're about happiness and joy and progressing and getting better every single day, continuously working on your craft. So I was extremely blessed for Captain to come up to me and say, yeah, I want you to jump on, join in, and help push this thing forward. Everyone is on this ship. Everyone that's in Stamina for Sale is on this ship, and everyone has to pick up their rower and row. No one gets carried. Everyone has to put in the work, and through that we can achieve enormous things, and we are going to achieve enormous things. So yeah, I was blessed, you know, I was very, very blessed, and I was extremely happy. And you know, I just continue to want to improve, want to see Bilal improve, want to see Anthony improve, want to see Captain improve, want to see Steve improve, want to see you improve, just everyone, because that's what we are. We're a support system that everyone supports everyone else, you know, and it's a fantastic thing.
And just to like test each other's knowledge, I'm going to ask you like some questions about each other. So
How old is Bilal? 22.
Alright, so I'll start with Bilal. What would you say is Ade's greatest strength?
His mind, and that's pretty much the main thing. You know, I think his mind is the greatest thing. I think the way he motivates you is his greatest thing. You know, just overall, but his mind is extremely strong. But yeah, that's definitely his biggest strengths.
For you, Ade, what would you say is Bilal's greatest strength?
Right, I'm gonna have to say the same answer, but I've got a different explanation. To come into Stamina for Sale, yeah, you're going into a group of guys that are extremely mentally, physically, emotionally, and characteristically strong. Now, Bilal came in as the youngest, you know, and already he was entering a den of lions. And literally, there's two ways you could come into Stamina Cell. You could come in and you could swim. And when we mean swim is you're swimming in the sea. There's going to be rough times. It's going to be up and down. You're going to have to keep coming again and again and again and taking licks. Bilal used to step into the ring with Anthony every day. And let me tell you, Anthony probably hits harder than any heavyweight you've seen. His technique and his power is unbelievable. And Bilal's like 5 weights lower than him. And he would keep coming. And then some guys don't come back to spar Anthony, but Bilal kept coming. That shows testament to his character and his strength of mind. And he's come in here as a young man, and he's grown, as I can say, as an old boy, and he's now grown into a young man, mentally, physically, emotionally. So, you know, as he's saying my mind, I have to say his own mind as well, because you've got to be mentally strong to stick it out here, because it literally, no one can wait for you. No one can wait for you, and that's why everyone has to keep progressing, keep putting their work in. So I'm gonna have to, you know, counter that by saying Bilal's mind. Bilal's mind is one of his strongest elements, and that's what can make him do anything he wants to do. That's his lifestyle.
Just change things up a bit. Would you say, for yourself, Bilal, would you rather have a stronger right hook, or left hook, or a straight right?
You know what? I'll say, I don't know, you know. I'll probably say a stronger.
Both.
Yeah,
Both are strong.
Both are strong. That's right. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
For you, Ade, would you rather the pad work or the body bag? What do you prefer?
Pad work. Body bag is physically demanding. It is physical. It's like when Anthony and Bilal hit you, 2-3 days you're feeling it, and you have to just tough it out, you know. But the pad work takes you to a new level of education, and that advancement, you get to really see what's coming out of Bilal and coming out of Anthony, with a repeated process of day in, day out. So yeah, pad work definitely.
I want to ask something about the pad work. Like, it's so intricate and complex. Like, you're learning to hit it. You're learning to like almost like teach it on. Mm-hmm. So, how hard was it to learn it in the first place?
Listen, let me tell you. Sorry, there's sometimes I wanted to go to the off license with my £6.25 and get a strong bottle of vodka. 62% because my brain was frazzled. When Captain gave me the first page, I looked, I said, is he on done something. What is this? 1, 2, left, move, go up, down, left, step. I said, nah. And I used to practice with my nephew, Charlie, when he was 7, 8 years old. And he was like my first student. I would be practicing with him, and it was so difficult to understand, to get. It is very, like you said, it's very integral. It's mind-blowing, you know, the amount of punches that you'll put out in the space of 10, 15, 20 seconds, and you've only done a fraction of the page. So then to keep reciting it and then practicing it, and like I said, at that time I was only with my nephew Charlie, and he was, 7, 8 years of age, and he picked it up fantastically, because children's minds are so empty. You can put anything into them and they will start producing it if they repeat it. And when I got to even a little bit of a stage, that's when, like I said, me and Captain said to me and BILAL, he said that we're going to start working together. So now I had someone who's a bit older, more power, and already was going gym, and then me and BILAL started, and even that was a headache. Oh, we would be looking at each other sometimes, we'll be sweating, we'll be frustrated, we're like, I don't want to do this like that, what's wrong with this? I would just do double jump right hand, I see other guys doing it, why can't we do it, why we got to do this? But in the same light, this is how our bond has sort of got tighter, because when you're doing something and you're concentrating and you're working on something so integral, it literally, it's like a higher grade of maths. And when you're working with each other to try and get the same answer, coming from teacher to student and student to teacher, because literally, even though I'm teaching him, he's actually teaching me. And it's the same with Anthony. You might sit here doing the pads with him, or he's hitting me on the body, but as he's doing it to me, I'm teaching him, he's also teaching me. And in Captain, he's just got a wealth of knowledge that, it's like National Bank of America, it's never ending. It just keeps pumping out different things. So there's a system that System 9 is a system that no fighter will ever truly complete in their career span, because it's never ending. It literally is never ending. So, getting into it with BILAL and seeing where we are now to where we've come from, I want to say it's like a fairy tale, but there's no fairies about it. It was real grit, stone, sweat, hard work, blood, body aching, coming in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and every other day of the week after week, month after month, year after year, to get to a stage where we done a 12-minute fight, and that's hard to comprehend, that we trained for 3 years, day in, day out, and in a lot of times 7 days a week, and hours a day, just to do a 12-minute fight. But that's System 9, and once you get into it, it sucks you in, and as long as you've got the swim mentality, the lion mentality, to keep going, literally, not even the sky is the limit. There is no limit.
For you, BILAL, how hard was it to learn the System 9 boxing, pad work, and...
You got it in half an hour.
Nah, listen, like Eddie said, I remember the first day, it was literally, to be honest, I was actually thinking I'm never gonna get this. Like, that's exactly what I thought. I said, we're never gonna learn this, but we just kept coming. Like Eddie said, 6 days, 7 days, kept working, and even now we're still working, and we still got so much more to learn. But it was actually so hard. I remember, even now you get them days where it works, it plays with your mind, but now we're more used to it, so we know that this is a part of it. But first, when we was new to it, it was just hard. I still remember I was like, I'm never gonna learn this. Ade used to get frustrated a lot of days, but we never stopped, and that just shows our mindset and where we want to go and where we want to reach. So that's why we kept coming, no matter how hard it became. Because I remember Ade used to tell me, and even now, he says there's gonna be ups and downs in this journey, but as long as you know your end route, you're good, and that's what you gotta reach for. So that's why we just keep working, and that's why we're where we are today, and there's still such a long way to go.
And to finish off, when are you looking to get back out into the ring? Because it's been a couple months.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a date at the moment, but my job is just to keep working, and whenever Tunde says you're fighting on this date, that's when I'm fighting. So yeah.
And Ade, is there
Yeah.
any specific time that you want him to get out, or is it just whenever you get the call?
Yeah, whenever we get the call, we'll be ready. You know, I'm sure that call will be coming pretty soon, so we'll be able to announce something. And it'll be all system go once again. So you know what it is. It's stunning with Cecile all day.
Anyway, Ade, thank you for letting me interview and giving me your time. Bilal, same. Remember to subscribe to Stunning Cell on YouTube and follow their Instagram and Twitter and all of that. Thank you for listening. See ya.
Lines in the camp.